reach out and you're spreading that purity, you're spreading that love into other people's lives. Sean, Kyle, Alex, and Lindsay, Sean and Arlene, May and Aaron, Kyle, Phil out here with a 3
When I look at you,
it seems like the foods that taste the best are the ones that start calling your name.
My swagger was mine is mine. Hands up, you won't capture. The flesh has the glamour, but that's not what I'm after. Cleopatra, yeah. Queen of the night. Dressed in gold and I'm wearing a smile. He's so wise, the surprise that he brings. A gift delivered on angels' wings.
And yo, these girls be over peeping, they overheating and creeping, just to cheapen your weekend and push you off for the deep end. Sin is ready to seep into areas that you weaken. I brought this cup not for drinking in order to be your defense. It's really easy for lust to slip in the door. If you're looking for strength, just read Philippians 4:13. You can do all things, and I do mean all things through the King of all kings. Jesus, so what you waiting for?
Hey, look at me. Come on, look at me. Hey, look at me. Come on, look at me.
Must look away.
Eat me. Come on, eat me, eat me.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Fight it.
Come on, eat me. Eat me, eat me. Get over here.
Alright,
Come on.
one
Yeah,
little
that's right.
bite. That's
Come
all. Just
on,
one
get
little
closer.
bite. Just a little
No, you
taste.
wanna.
Nope. Nope.
No, you
Fight it.
wanna.
Must fight.
Take a bite.
Ugh.
Eat me, eat me, eat me, eat me.
Must resist the cake. Can't do it. Can't do it. Gotta get out of here.
I said, eat me.
So in any quest for purity, I've learned that if you're really trying to seek it out, you run into obstacles along the way that try to distract you or divert your attention. And I know for me, when I start training for the season, you get used to a long off season with mom's cooking and the holidays with up at grandma's house, and it seems like when you're really trying to get your body to perform, you need to put in the right things, the right fuel for your body. And when you start training really hard after this off season, it seems like the foods that taste the best are the ones that start calling your name. Unfortunately, they're not the best fuels for your body. And as people, we try to rationalize these things as just one piece or 2 pieces of cake isn't going to kill me, or it would taste so good. And that's probably right. It would taste good, and 1 or 2 pieces wouldn't kill you. But the thing is does it help you? Does it help you achieve your purpose and reach the goals that you set for yourself? 1 Corinthians 6:12 and 13. It talks about the relationship with food in our stomach and stomach with the food. And diving in, it describes it that they're both meant for each other, but the Lord can destroy them both. And then going even further, it talks about the body is not meant for sexual immorality, but for the Lord. So everything is done in relation, and everything done is to encompass itself as a whole, because everything works together. Temptation. It's such a mysterious and alluring topic, but what does it really mean? Does temptation make me less of a person? Does everyone struggle? When does something become a temptation? There's so many questions, so again, we took to the streets to find out what the world says of temptation.
So rock your job, so
Treat for Sean. Kyle, Alex, Lindsay, for Sean and Arlene. May and Aaron. Kyle, Phil out here with the free Kool-Aid.
Temptation is everywhere.
So you wouldn't say
I don't really know where purity is. It's kind of hard to find.
What might be tempting to him may not be tempting to me. What might be tempting to you may not be tempting to him. But we're all tempted.
Self-understanding, you can control everything you do, so I don't think temptation is really something that should come for strong-minded people. I think it's something that we should try to just completely avoid, maybe.
some of these past temptations, what is it that made them so alluring?
To be honest, everything was telling me to do it.
You're gonna find what you look for.
I mean, I feel like we live in like a society now, like where everybody can see everybody, so nobody really wants to be
Who they are.
They want to like ask other people or see what other people are doing all the time.
So what your temptations are might not be my temptation.
Who do you know? Like, even if you're in high school right now, even if you're in middle school, who do you know that's still with their first boyfriend or girlfriend?
There are many.
Even when you find the temptation, because you don't have to find it; it'll find you.
You cannot be emotionally stable and emotionally healthy if you're mixing with all these people, because all these people become a part of you.
It all comes down to one thing, one word: choice. We all have a choice.
You hate pickles, but now you like pickles, but you don't like pickles because there are several people that don't like pickles, so you're mixing with all these people that do and don't like pickles.
You don't choose to be tempted, but you choose to give in to the temptation.
Purity, is there anybody in the media that you can think of that embodies temptation?
Look at most dictators or countries that are, listed on the U.S. list of, I guess, the axis of evil.
First one that pops in mind is Snooki.
And each one of them falls under that, I guess you would say, depictions.
Politics or anybody telling me that I can't do something or be something.
Different region, different people, same concept, which is...
There's like Greek figures that symbolize temptation and stuff.
Any dictator, pick one. That's the embodiment of evil right there.
So, how would you define this temptation? You kind of mentioned a lust, but how would you define temptation as a whole? Temptation.
Oh gosh. To me is anything that takes your mind off of the focus of the Lord.
Temptation to me is like a struggle between you want to do something right, but there's something in you. Like, there's that flesh that it's in you, and it's just wanting to do the opposite of what you know to do.
It's pretty much in everything, isn't it? Like the music we listen to is
really anything that Satan is using to distract you from our ultimate goal of sharing the word, sharing Christ and his love is, to me, temptation.
more of like the influence to not truly be myself or like go with what everyone's doing.
Distraction from me being.
Saying no to God and just falling into like what I want.
Me back from being purely or being me, you know what I mean?
Not of God. Is there anything in your life, it doesn't have to necessarily be with you, but in people that you know, that really seems to kind of show up time and time again?
Of course, yeah.
Well, the internet, for one, is a big temptation. I get very distracted and very consumed in that, just in internet in general. And
Going out with friends, it's easy to like get drunk and, do drugs and hook up with people, and that's, something that's definitely a challenge not to do.
I feel like I have full control of my brain. I don't really get tempted by things necessarily.
I think just like peer pressure, being around your peers and like your things in your daily life is mainly what the struggles are.
trying to control situations in my family, trying to control what is not in my control is very distracting a lot of times.
And like to keep yourself knowing what you feel okay with and doing that and not going beyond is definitely kind of hard.
The same thing goes with everyone else who is at college. So all the girls are trying to dress, the way they wanted to, like the way their dads or their moms won't let them dress. So seeing some, very beautiful women walk down the road, dressing how they dress sometimes, that's a huge temptation.
I just don't let things control me necessarily. I don't want, or I don't let that opportunity come about, I guess.
Yeah, so to sum it all up, girls,
Yeah.
you are a man, so that happens.